today we will be starting our next topic, that is material master. Okay, so in the material master, the topics that we are going to discuss today, they are: we will see what is material master, what is industry sector, what is material type, what are the different material types we have, we will understand. Then we will understand the material numbering, what is material numbering. Okay, then we will see in the system practicals how to create the material, how to change, and how to display the material master. We will cover that. Then we will see different units of measure of the material master. Then we will understand what are the different organizational levels of material master. We will see that. Then we will see how to extend the material master. We will cover that. Then we will see some of the entry aids in the material master. Okay, and after this we will see how to view changes made to material master, and finally configuration related to material master. So these are the topics we will be covering in the what you call in the material master. Okay, so what is material master? The material master contains information on all the materials that a company procures or produces, stores and sells. Okay, so basically material master will contain information about that particular material. Okay, a material can be anything, like a material can be a raw material, packing material, semi-finished product, finished product, or it can be what you call stationery, pen, pencil, okay, notebook, computer, laptop, anything can be a material in the organization. Okay, so now material master contains information about that particular material, like what is a material code, what is a material description, okay, what is its unit of measure, okay, if it is a raw material, how many days it will take for the supplier to supply that material, okay, if it is a internally produced material, how many days it will take to manufacture that material. All that information will be stored in the material master. Okay, so material master will contain information about that particular material. That is so it is called material master. Okay, so for a company, the material master record represents the central source for data on materials. So material master is basically centralized source of master data. It's not only relevant for one particular what do you call department or a function. Like it's not, material master is not relevant for only material master relevant for all the modules in the SAP or all the departments within the company. Okay, so that is why it is called centralized source of master data. Okay, so the material master is used by all components in the SAP logistics system. All components means all the modules like PP, SD, okay, warehouse management, finance, everybody will use this material master. Okay, every area of responsibility can have a material master view, because different user departments in a company work with the same material, and each of these departments to store different information on the material. Okay, so basically as this material master is used by different departments, every department will maintain their data in their particular views, their respective views. Okay, so that's what each department has its own material master record view. Okay, so they will have their own view, and in their view they will maintain their relevant data in the material master. Okay, so that is all about your material master. Okay, so we have understood what is material master. Okay, so this is what the material master record. Okay, so if you see here in the material master, purchasing department will maintain their data, sales people will maintain their data in sales views, production department will maintain their data in work scheduling view, quality management, quality control department will maintain their data in QM view, okay, and forecasting department will maintain their data in forecast view. Okay, warehouse department will maintain their data in warehouse views, storage views, and finance people will maintain their data in accounting views. Planning department will maintain their data in MRP views, and of course basic data is common for all. Okay, so that is why different departments will maintain their data in their views in the material master record. Okay, so that is why it is a centralized source of master data, not only relevant for it is relevant for all the modules in the SAP. Okay, So before creating the material master, we need to understand there are two things. One is industry sector. One is you need to understand industry sector. Okay, first one is industry sector. Industry sector. Okay, and the next one is what do you call material type. Material type. We will understand these two things. Okay, so what is industry sector? Okay, so when you create a material master record, you are required to classify the material according to the industry sector. So industry sector will tell you what type of industry you are working, whether you are working for a chemical industry, whether you are working for a mechanical industry, or whether you are working for a automobile industry. All those things, all those that you need to maintain in the material master. Okay, so so this industry sector will have some control functions in the R3 system. So based on the industry sector you select, it will have some controls, like it will determine what screen sequence you have to maintain, what is the field selection, which fields you have to maintain the data. It will control in the material master record. Okay, now once you have assigned an industry sector to a material, you cannot change the industry sector again afterwards. So while creating the material master, if you assign an industry sector, then once after that you cannot change the industry sector for a material. So you should be very careful while creating the material master, the industry sector. When you are
Industrial sector basically, yeah. Industrial sector basically is the main master data where we record for all the departments. You mean to say?
industry sector, first they will create in the configuration, backend configuration. So that industry sector you will assign to material master while creating it. I'll show it in the system. Okay. So first understand what is industry sector. Industry sector is like a which kind of industry you are working. Whether you are working for a chemical industry, mechanical, pharmaceutical, automobile, retail industry, what kind of industry you are working, that you have to maintain. I'll show it on the system. I'll show it in the system. Okay. Now the next one is this one. So this industry sector will contain screen selections. So what screens have to appear while creating the material master, and it will also control field selection. Which field you have to enter the data, in which field you have to enter the data, that is controlled by this industry sector. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so now after the industry sector we will understand material type. So what is material type? Okay, so materials with same basic attributes are grouped together and assigned to a material type. Okay, so in the industry there will be some common material types. There are some materials which are common in nature. Those materials are grouped together and will be assigned with a material type. Okay, so I'll tell you a simple example. Okay, let's say in your organization, in your company, you have some materials, okay, which you purchase them, which you procure them, purchase them from outside. Okay, and these materials are used in production. They are used for production. Okay, they are used for production. And the next one is you will not sell them. No sales for these materials. There will not be any sales. So all the materials which you are going to purchase, consume in production but not selling outside, all these materials are termed as material with material type raw materials. Raw materials, they are called raw materials. So this is material type, this is material type. Okay, and these are their common attributes, common features or attributes, common features or attributes. Okay, attributes. Okay, so these are their common features there. Now let's say you have some more materials in your organization. Okay, what you do, you purchase them, but you will use them in for packing activity. You will use them for packing activity, but you will not sell them. So those materials, all those materials are assigned with a material type called packing materials. packing materials. Okay, packing materials. Now there are some materials in your organization. What you do, you don't purchase them. No purchase, no purchasing, no purchasing. Okay, you will not purchase them, but you produce them. You produce them. Production you do. Production you do, but you will not sell them outside. You will not sell them outside. So those kind of materials are called semi-finished. Semi-finished. Semi-finished materials. Semi-finished materials. Those are called semi-finished materials. Okay, so no purchasing. You will not purchase them. You produce them, but you will not sell them. You will consume them in another material. So those are called semi-finished. Now there are some materials will be in your organization. You will not purchase them. You will do production, but you sell them outside. You will do the sales to the customers. So all these are called finished products. Finished products. Okay, so the materials which are having common attributes, common features, they are assigned with a material type. Okay, so that is what the material type. Okay, so I'll just give you a simple example. In our house, we will keep this salt, sugar, pepper, oil. Where you will keep? Poonam, where you will keep them?
Kitchen.
You will keep them in kitchen. Why? Because they are used in during the cooking process. So they are kitchen items. So kitchen items. So they are called as kitchen items. So kitchen items like a material type. That's what. Now let's say you have bed sheets, pillows, all those things. Where you will keep them in the bedroom because they are used for sleeping. So all those are called bedroom items. So bedroom items is like a material type. So materials having the same nature, same features, same attributes, they are assigned with a material type. That's what you need to understand. Okay.
And finished
So
product will come under in the sales, right?
pardon, come again.
Finished product comes under in the sales.
Sales, yes. Okay, but you have to create a material master for that. So so that is what here. When creating a material master record, you must assign the material to a material type. So whenever you are creating a material, you must assign the material to a material type. Without material type, you cannot create the material master record. This I will show it in the system. Okay. Now the material type determines which business process and functions are allowed for the material. Okay, like let's say you are creating raw material. So for raw material, sales is not required because you are not selling it outside. So automatically system will not give you the sales views over there. Now let's say you are creating a finished product. Finished product, you will not purchase it. You will not purchase it. So system automatically will not give you that sales purchasing view. So that's what. So material type determines which business process and functions are allowed for the material. That's what it will determine. Okay. So examples of the material types are raw materials, packing materials, semi-finished products, and finished products. So these are the some of the material types. Okay, so this is what every material type will have a code attached to it. So raw materials, there is a code. Semi-finished products, there is a code HALP. Finished product, there will be a code called FERT. Okay, so for every material type, you will have a material code attached to it. So standard SAP comes with these material types. If you want to create a new material type also, you can create in the system. When we go to the configuration, I will show you how to create the material type. Okay, so now let's move on. So now what material type will control? That's what material type will control: number assignment, material code assignment. I will show you this in the system, whether it is external numbering or internal numbering. I'll show you this. What is this external numbering, internal numbering? I'll explain you in a minute. What is a material procurement type? So when it will control based on the material type, you can tell whether it is a internally produced product or externally procured material, whether where you are purchasing it or producing it, that procurement type, and which user departments have to maintain the data. That's what I told you. If it is a raw material, sales views are not required. So vice versa, if it is a finished product, purchasing view is not required because you are not going to purchase it. You are only just selling it. So material type will control that which user departments have to maintain which data, and of course it will also control field selection. That means which field is mandatory, which field is optional, All those things also you can control by material type. Another one is account determination. Account determination. That means what you call when you do any activities, any transactions or something, which accounts has to be posted. That is also controlled by material type. So this is about material type controls done by the material type. Okay. So now this is what we have discussed. Material type functions. Okay. How the material number has to be assigned. What is a number range? In which screens have to be appear in which sequence. Okay. Which departments has to maintain their data. All those things are controlled by material type. Okay. So now let's go to the system and we'll start creating the material master. Okay. So any normally in SAP, any data when you are going to create, normally for creation the transaction code will be like this, XX01. Okay. Now when you want to change, the transaction code will be like this, XX02. Now when you want to display, the data material, any data, the transaction code will be like this, XX03. Okay. Now in our case of material master, create is mm01, T code, change mm02, and the display will be mm03. Okay. So these are the transaction codes. Now we will go to the system, we will create a material. Okay. So let's go to the system. I'll log on to the system. Okay. Okay, let's go to old system only. So already we discussed how to log on to the system, all those things we discussed. Okay, I'm entering my username. I'll enter the password. Okay, I entered the password. Okay, now I'll show you the navigation path. Go to logistics. Once you log in, you will get this screen. Go to open the folder logistics. Here you have a folder called materials management. We are learning materials management module. So for our module there is a folder, materials management. Open it. You have here material master. There is a folder called material master. Open it. Okay. Here again you have material. Okay, folder. Open it. Here you again you have a folder called create general. Open it here, mm01. The transaction code is mm01. So double click. You will be getting this screen. Okay, here material is there, industry sector. That is what we discussed, industry sector. So there are some industry sectors already there in the system. Okay, what I will do, I will use pharmaceuticals. I'll use a industry sector called pharmaceuticals. Okay, now we already discussed what is material type. Just now we discussed what is material type. So I'll create a raw material. Okay, we are materials management purchasing. So I'll create a raw material. Okay, I'll create a raw material. Material type raw material. So this is we are on the first screen, initial level screen. First screen. Here you have to enter the industry sector and material type. Once you enter that, just click on the button enter. Once you do this, system will give you all the views in a pop-up box. So that is the views we are talking about. If you go here, this is the views we are talking about. This is the views we are talking about. All the views system will give you. Okay. Now you will select in which views you want to maintain the data. So I want to maintain the data in basic data 1 and 2. I don't want to maintain the sales data. Okay, even though you are appearing here, I don't want to maintain the selection data in the sales views because this is a raw material. Okay, I will select classification also. Classification we will discuss later point of time when we go to batch management. Select purchasing. Okay, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you will select the views in which you want to maintain the data. Select it. Now scroll down. Select the views general plant data storage 1, 2 views. Okay, and I will select QM view also. Accounting 1, accounting 2, costing 1, costing 2. These are the views I selected. Okay, once you select this, click on the button organizational levels. There is a button on the down organizational levels. Click on that. Once you select this, system will ask you to enter the plant. In which plant you are going to create this material. Okay,
So whatever you option in select previous screen is option you selected raw material basic data. So it's mandatory to select all the options or few options you can select as well.
Yes, correct. See, it is giving you all the views. From that, whatever the views you want, you can select.
Okay, it's up to you what we want to
Yes,
see.
yes, correct. Even you can select all the views also. Even you can select
Okay.
all the views also. If you want to maintain data in all the views.
Okay.
Okay. So now, in which plant you are going to create this material? Okay.
Pharmacy.
Let's say I'll tell you a simple scenario. I'll tell you a simple scenario. You know any pharmaceutical company you worked? Any you know any pharmaceutical company, Poonam?
Any formal?
Pharmaceutical
No,
company
I
have you heard of Ranbaxy? Have you heard of Ranbaxy?
yeah, it's a medicine company. Yeah.
Medicine company. It's called pharmaceutical company. Ranbaxy. Have you heard of Dr. Reddy's? Dr. Reddy's.
Yeah.
So let's say take the case of Dr. Reddy's. Yeah, Dr. Reddy's pharmaceutical company. Now they have a plant in Hyderabad. Okay, let's say they have a plant in Hyderabad, city Hyderabad. Okay, so this Hyderabad city, they have a manufacturing plant. For that plant, they have assigned the code 1000. We already discussed what is plant, correct? So they have a plant, manufacturing plant in Hyderabad. The plant code is 1000. So in this plant, I am creating this material. I am creating this material. So select the plant from the list. Okay, here you see all the plants are it is showing whatever is there in the system. So I'll be selecting this plant 1000. In this plant, I am creating this material. Okay, so select the plant. Okay, now click on the button choose. Plant will get selected over here. If you want to enter the storage location, also you can enter, but storage location I will come to later point of time. And MRP profile also we will discuss in a minute. Okay, in the same class we will discuss what is MRP profile. So as of now, I entered the plant 1000. That means I am creating this material in this plant 1000. Now choose the button, click on continue. Now you will go to the material actual views. Now we are here. We are now at the main working level. We are at the main working level. On the initial screen, we entered material, all that stuff. After this, we went into the main working level. So main working level are your actual views: purchasing, work scheduling, sales, accounting, MRP, forecasting, those views. Okay, so now let's go here. We will maintain the data. So let's say I'll create a material called hydrochloric acid. Okay, I hope Poonam you know what is hydrochloric acid, correct? You know acids, right? Have you heard of acids?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm creating a material called hydrochloric acid. Okay, so hydrochloric acid base unit of measure is normally liters. It will be stored in liters. So enter the unit of measure liters. You can select from the list also. You can select from the list whatever is there, but as I know, I am directly entering. If you enter any unit of measure which is not there in the list, system will throw error. Suppose if I enter PO, if I enter PO, then system will throw the error. See, sorry, the PO is also there. Just 1 minute. If I enter any unit of measure, let's say I enter SCAV, I enter a unit of measure SCAV, which is not there in this list, system will throw the error. Just 1 minute. It is asking to enter the material group. Now you see what message you are getting. Unit SCAV is not created in language EN. That means this unit of measure is not available in this list. So if you enter any value which is not there in this list, system will throw the error. That's what you need to understand. So I am creating a material hydrochloric acid. Normally it is measured in liters. So I entered liter. Okay, enter. Again I will go to basic data 1 only. So this is the liter. Now material group. What is material group? Material group is the sub-classification of material type. Let's say in your company you have a lot of raw materials. Lot of raw materials. Under these raw materials, some can be powders, right? Correct? Poonam, am I correct? Some can be powder materials.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some can be liquids. Some can be liquids.
Liquid. Yeah.
Some can be semi-solids.
Yeah.
Semi-solids, grease kind of materials. Okay.
Yeah.
So now this is the material group. The classification of material type. So
Okay.
here, this is a liquid. Hydrochloric acid is a normal liquid. So you can select from the list. Here, if it is not there also, you can create. If it is not there also, you can create. Let me check whether we have any liquids. Palettes is there. Oils, gases. Okay, I'll select solvent. Okay, hydrochloric acid is a liquid. It's nothing but a solvent. So I'm selecting this material group. Okay.
Okay.
Now after this, nothing is mandatory in other these other fields. Those are not mandatory. Just enter. Now you will go to the basic data 2 view. Here nothing is mandatory. Nothing is mandatory. All fields are optional. All these fields are optional. Just enter. Now you will go to classification. Classification, I'll select as of now batch classification. It's okay. About this view, we will discuss when we go to the batch management. Okay, we have a topic called batch management. That time we'll discuss. Okay, as of now, just keep it okay. Click on the button next screen. Okay, now we are on the purchasing view. We are on the purchasing view. Here we will maintain the purchasing data, purchasing relevant data. Okay, so as of now, I'm activating batch management. I want to handle. Can you please mute, Poonam? Can you please mute? Okay, so I activated batch management. That means this material is managed in batches. Okay, now purchasing group I will maintain as of now. Purchasing group means who is the person responsible for procuring this material. That is a purchasing group. Already we discussed in our previous class in the organization structure. We already discussed what is purchasing group. So click
Yes.
on the button. So I'll maintain a let's purchasing group is, let's say, our Vaibhav. Vaibhav is the person responsible for procurement of this material. So I enter Vaibhav. Okay, enter, all done. Now we are system automatically moved to MRP1 views. So here in these views, the data will be maintained by what you call planning department. They will maintain, so nothing to worry from our side. I'll maintain the data. Okay, I'll maintain the data. Mandatory fields I'm maintaining. Now here I am maintaining the planned delivery time. Let's say I'll maintain 5 days. So what this means, when you are purchasing this material from a supplier, supplier will take 5 days to supply the material. Vendor lead time is 5 days. That is what it will give you. Okay. Now scheduling margin key. I enter the scheduling margin key. Okay. Enter. That's all. Okay. Now go to the MRP3 view. Here I maintain availability check 0 to C. Don't worry about all the other views. These views are relevant for other modules, not for PP, not for MM. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. So go to MRP4 view. Here nothing is mandatory. Nothing is mandatory. Just keep it. Just leave it as it is. Go to the plan data storage 1 view. Here also nothing is mandatory. Enter plan data 2 storage view. Here warehouse people will maintain their data here. Okay. Now go to the quality management view. Here quality department will maintain their data. Okay. Just go to the next view. Accounting. Now here you will enter the valuation class. What is valuation class? We will discuss when we go to the procurement classes. As of now, enter from the list, select one of the valuation class. 3000 I entered. Okay. Now here you maintain the price of this material. Okay. What is the price? What is the price of this material? So I'll maintain per unit price as 3 euros per liter. Okay. That means it is 3 euros per liter. Its unit of measure is liter. So per unit price is 3 euros. That is what we have maintained here. This is currency is euros. Of course, this will be maintained by accounting, finance team in the organization. You will not maintain. Don't worry. Enter, enter, enter. It will take you to the next view. Accounting 2 view. Okay, here nothing is mandatory. Enter. Costing 1 view. Now we are into costing 1 view. Here is nothing mandatory. Enter. Costing 2 view. Also nothing is mandatory here. Once all views are maintained, just click on the button save. Okay. So now system will be creating the material. So material is created. Okay. So this is the material number. So what here it's happening? System only is assigning the material number. Correct? Poonam, am I correct?
Yes.
System only
Only
is assigning.
material number. Yeah. Okay.
So here the meaning is system only is assigning the number. That means it is called internal numbering. Internal numbering. Internal numbering. System only is assigning the number. System will assign. System will assign. System will assign the number in a sequential manner. System will assign the number. So how system is assigning? In the background, they have maintained a number range like this. I'll show you that how they might have maintained a interval like this. Here, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. So I'll delete these 3, 0, 0, 0. They have maintained number range like this in the material master in the background settings from this one to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they might have maintained number range like this. So from this, system will take the number and it will assign in the sequential manner. Okay. So current material we created is this one. Okay, we created the first material. Now, if I create next material, another material, if I create one more material, system what it will do? It will assign the next number in the sequential manner. It will assign in the sequential manner. If I create one more material, it will assign.
In that case, the raw material. I mean, we took a form actual. In other case, we took like another like a raw material, something steel, something foodie things. So it would be a sequence like this or another sequence.
No, what you are talking about? Same material type or different material type?
Different material type.
Different material type, if they assign a different number range, then from that number range it will take. See, for raw materials, as of now, let's say they might have assigned this number range for raw material.
Yeah.
So for raw material, it is taking from this number range. Let's say for finished product, for FOB, let's say they have assigned a different number range. Let's assume a scenario. Let's say assume a scenario. They have assigned this number range, 6 to this number range. Let's say. So when they assign this, when you create a finished product, it will assign number from this number range. Okay. Hope I answered your question. Okay. Poonam, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you understood, right? So that is what. So here this is called internal numbering. This is called internal numbering. So system will only assign the number. Now there is another option called external numbering. Okay, there is another option called external numbering. External numbering means we will give the number. We will give the number. External numbering. So that means user will assign the number. User will assign the number. Assign the number. Okay, I'll show you that how to do that. So let's say you are creating material again. Creating the material again. Here user will give. Let's say I'll give Poonam 123. I can give the number like this. Okay, now enter. Now you will create it. So both methods are possible. Both options are possible. Either system can assign the number in a sequential manner, or if you want to give, you can give the number. That is what called external numbering. But in the real time, most of the time they use internal numbering only. Internal numbering only most widely used. Okay, so this is what called numbering, material numbering. Okay, so this is we are here, material numbering, external numbering and internal numbering. Okay, so every material will be identified with a unique code that is called material number. Okay, now material numbers can be up to maximum 18 characters. More than 18 characters is not possible. Maximum you can have 18 characters. Okay, so that is a material numbering. Okay, so once the
character talking about what, I mean, related to what character?
This digit,
maximum number of the digit. Okay, it would be 18 maximum.
It could be maximum 18. Yes, correct. This one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here as of now it is having 10 digits. Maximum you can have 18 digits. That's what we are talking about. Okay. So now we have discussed on the material numbering. Material numbering done. Okay. Now this is the creation. We have created the material. Now after creating, I want to change my data in the material master. So you have to go to MM02. Okay, so the transaction code is MM02. Change MM02. Let's say same material which I created. Let's say this is a material I created. Okay, so enter the material number. I want to change some data. Enter. Okay, let's say I want to change some data in the purchasing view. So select the purchasing view. Okay, now click on the button organizational levels. So you have to enter your plant now. Okay, so select from the list. Now this material is having only in plant 1000. Only in plant 1000. So select the plant, just click on the button continue. Now it will take you to the purchasing view. Purchasing view. So here after certain time it is decided that purchasing group has been changed. So what you do, you delete this one, you will assign a new purchasing group. Okay, so let's say previously it was Vaibhav 3AA, it was Vaibhav Now this material responsibility, purchasing responsibility has been taken over by Arvind. So then you will assign Arvind. Like this, you will change the data. So wherever you want to change the data, after creation, you go to change mode, MM02, MM02
But
transaction.
will assign from our side, or they will do their self for that? Like we first choose the Vaibhav, now we choosing the Arvind.
No.
So
This real time, this data change will be done by users. There will be a separate department in the organization, SAP department. They will do
so
these changes.
do we have the right to change this one, or we do not have the right for this?
No, as a consultant, you don't have any role to play, madam. Whenever they
Okay,
want to change, they will change it. The business only will change.
okay, okay,
Okay, but as a consultant, you should know how they are changing, what is the method of changing.
okay, okay.
Okay, so the transaction code is MM02. You go to MM02, enter the replace the old purchasing group with a new purchasing group. Like this, wherever you want to change, you can change. Or in any field, the data is not maintained, you can go and maintain also. That is also possible. Okay, so now once you change, you can save it. So this is how you change the data. Now the next one is display. Display means it will not, you will be able to only see the data. You will not be able to make any entries in the fields. So if I go to display, material display, enter the material, enter, select any view. Let's say I'll select purchasing view only. Okay, so if you click on the button org levels, enter the plant 1000. Now click on the button continue. What's happening now? Can you make any entries here? You cannot make any entries. Everything is grayed
It's
out.
freeze,
Why?
freeze. It's a freeze.
Uh,
Yeah.
why? Because we are in the display mode. We are in the display mode. Display material, raw material. We are in the display mode. Here you can only see the data. You will not be able to make any changes. Okay. So that is what called
Want
display.
to
So
make the change, so we'll have to go the previous option as well.
yes, you have to go to previous option. MM02 you have to go. You have to go to
Okay.
change mode
MM.
and you have to change the data.
So MM02 will be remain always for the change code, or it's just for temporary.
No, no, no,
Suppose
no, no.
in that case,
Any material, if you want to change the data, you have to use the transaction code.
transaction code will be remain MM02, or it would be assigned by the company only.
No. MM2 transaction code will be there always in the system, madam. It will be there
Okay.
always in the system.
MM02 only for the change, right?
Yes, MM02 is only for the change. MM01 is for creation. MM02
Creation.
is for
Free.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
display. Yeah.
These T codes will be there all the time. Those are standard T
Okay.
codes. Those will be there all the time in the system.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. So that is all about creating the material master and what you call change and display. Okay, now the next one we will be discussing is units of measure. Okay, there are two types of units of measure. One is base unit of measure. Okay, this is the unit. What is base unit of measure? This is the unit of measure in which the stocks of a material are managed. Are managed. Okay, are managed. So in my company, in my organization, the stock of the material are managed in this base unit of measure. So for our material, the base unit of measure was liters. I maintained in liters. Okay, now there are some other units of measure which are called alternates unit of measure. Okay, so what is alternate unit of measure? All units of measure other than the base unit of measure are referred to as alternates units of measure. Okay, so like, so let's say when you are purchasing it, you order to the vendor supplier in the drums. Okay, you store in the liters only, but when you are telling to the customer, you tell them to the vendor, sorry, supplier, that you supply the material in drums. Okay, drums. So that order unit is now drums. Okay, so like this, you have some separate alternate unit of measure like sales unit, units of issue, WM unit, all those things you can have. So this, let's say this is a one. Okay, so your base unit of measure is something later, or here it's piece. So you have another unit of measure called carton. Carton. Okay, so conversion factor is 4. One carton will contain 4 pieces. So this is the conversion factor. Now let's say you have a crate, another unit of measure. So 16 pieces in a crate. So crate is a alternate unit of measure. Carton is a alternate unit of measure. Pallet is another alternate unit of measure. This is a base unit of measure. These are all alternate unit of measure, and you will have the conversion factor. Okay, so I'll show you where to maintain this alternate unit of measures and that conversion factor. So if you go to the material master, again you will go to change mode, MM02, go to change mode, click on enter, select any view. I'll select purchasing view as of now. Just continue. Enter your plant 1000. Just continue. Now here, if you see on the top, there is a button additional data. Are you able to see? Punam. On the top, there is a button additional data. Correct?
Yeah.
So you click on that button additional data. So you will go to the additional data level. Now we are here. We are here. We are here. Main working level done. Now we are at the additional data level. Additional data level. So here, if you go here, there is a tab called units of measure. There is a tab called units of measure. Okay, so in this tab you can maintain the alternate unit of measure. So base unit of measure is already liter, it's there. Now I will maintain drum as an alternate unit of measure. So let's go to the list. Okay, let's check whether you have any drum or something. A, B, C, D. You have drum. You have drum. So when I order to the supplier, I'll ask him to supply in drums. So one drum should contain 100 liter. So this is the conversion factor we are maintaining. Okay, now this alternate unit of measure, which can be maintained as a order unit in our tab. So let's go back. If you see here in our purchasing tab, there is a field called order unit. Okay, so here you will maintain that drum as the order unit. Drum, enter. Okay, so we maintained as a drum. That means we store the material in our organization in liters, but when we are ordering to the supplier, we will ask him to supply in drums. So that is a purchasing order unit. This is the one. Okay, this importance, this use of this order unit, you will understand when we go to the purchasing topic. Okay, so this is how you will maintain the. Come again.
Sir, drum means that we are going to order. Yeah, we are going to order for this material.
Order this material in drums. We are asking the supplier to supply in the drums. Okay, and one drum should contain 100 liters. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the alternate unit of measure. Alternate unit of measure. Okay. So that is what about your base alternate units of measure. Now save it. Okay. So now the next one we will be discussing is organizational units of material master. Okay. So here, whatever the data you maintain in the material master, it is maintained at 3 levels. Okay. One is some data will be applicable for your whole enterprise. That means client level data. It is client level data like material number, material short text, material description, material group. Okay, base unit of measure, alternate unit of measures, all these things are maintained at client level, applicable for all the units, organizational units. Now some data is valid for only for one plant. Some data is valid for only particular plant, like purchasing data, MRP data, forecasting data, work scheduling data. It is applicable for only for that particular plant. And some data will be applicable only for a particular storage location. Okay, so that is what called storage location data. I will show you that. Okay, so now if you go to the material master, let me go to now display mode. If I go to display mode, if I select basic data 1 and 2, now if I click on organizational levels, what's happening? System directly going into the view. Is it asking for any plant? No. Is it that system is asking? Did system ask for any plant? No. So it automatically went into those views. That means whatever you maintain the data in this basic data 1 and 2 views, it will be applicable for all the plants where this material is used. Okay.
We'll click on the basic data like a 1 and 2, only show us the display whatever we have updated the data.
Yes, it will show. Okay. Now when we go to, let's say if I try to go to purchasing view, when I try to go to purchasing view, see what's happening. What system is asking?
Asking code, location.
System is asking the plant code, site code. Okay, so now I enter this plant 1000, just go inside. So now whatever the data you maintain here, whatever the data you maintain here in this purchasing view, it is applicable only for this plant, not for other plants where it is used, not for other plants where it is used. Okay, clear? So this is called plant level data. Okay, so there will be a data at client level, there will be some data at plant level. That's what you need to understand. So those are called organizational levels. Okay, now the next one is extending the material master. So what is extending the material master? Now let's say I'll go to our scenario. Okay, now Dr. Reddy's we have taken Dr. Reddy's, they have a manufacturing site at Hyderabad. In this Hyderabad site, they are using this hydrochloric acid solution. Okay, now after certain period, Dr. Reddy's company, they started a new manufacturing plant in Goa. They started a new manufacturing plant in Goa. Okay, so let's say Goa plant code is 1100. Here also they are using hydrochloric acid in the Goa also. Now, does it make any sense to create any again new material, hydrochloric acid?
Yes.
No. Already material is there. Already we have created hydrochloric acid. Why you will create
But
again hydrochloric?
if they want to create as well the same raw material, then what is the issue in that?
That's what. That's what. So the material which is already there, you will be creating in the new plant. You will be creating in the new plant. That is what called extension. Already the material is available. You will be extending it to a new organizational unit. So that is what you are here. If you see here, you have a material called already 4711. This already is available in the plant 1000. Now I want to extend this material to another plant 1200. I want to use this material in another plant. So this you do extension of material master. You will not be creating it as a fresh. You will be just extending already the created one. You will be extending it to a new plant. That is what
And will give the under the same Hyderabad branch, but your code will remain same or different.
Code will remain the same. That's what I'm trying to say. Code will remain the same, but you will be creating it in the new plant. Okay, you will be creating it in the new plant. I will show you how to extend that. So again, now you know the material code. Select the material code. Go back. Now go to creation mode again. Go to creation mode again. Enter the material code. Now you know the material code. Now you have to enter it. Now we are extending it to another plant. So enter. Again, it will give you all the views. Basic data 1 and 2. Purchasing. Okay, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, general plant data storage one view. Select the views which you want to maintain. Okay, now click on org levels. Now I want to create this in the where you want to create. I want to create in 1100 new plant. Enter the new plant. Okay, click on continue. See, now all the data got copied to the new plant. Description, now it is in the new plant. Now the data has come. Wherever you want to change, you can change the data or you can enter the data. So in this plant, the purchasing group person is a different. Okay, let's say here the new purchasing group person is, let's say Srikanth. So enter the Srikanth purchasing group. Okay, so now enter. So you create the data. So now MRP type, enter. Okay, MRP controller, EX. Okay, in-house production time. Let's say purchasing time. Here it is 7 days. Scheduling margin key, enter. Okay, enter. Availability check, enter. Okay, MRP4 nothing. MRP4 view nothing is mandatory, enter. Plant data storage one view nothing is mandatory, enter. Quality management view, here nothing is mandatory, enter. Accounting one, you have to maintain the valuation class. Okay, I'll maintain the valuation class. Price, here let's say same price what we entered in the previous one, 3 euros, right? Here also 3 euros. Okay, done. Entered. Accounting unit 2, accounting 2 nothing is mandatory. Costing 1, costing 2, all done. Now save it. Now that means the same material will be existing in 2 plants. It is used in 2 plants. So now if you go to display mode, okay, enter. If you go to, let's say purchasing view, if you select, click on the button continue. Now if you go here in the list, if we go, see the material is existing in 2 plants, plant 1000, plant 1100. If you want to see the plant 1000 data, select the plant 1000 data, choose continue. See now it is showing here. If you go to MRP view, let's say I'll go to MRP view. Here in this plant, MRP2 view, if I go, the plant delivery time is 5 days. The supplier will take 5 days to supply this material into this plant. Suppose if I go to the another plant, you can see the different data. If I select MRP2 view, go to org levels. Now if I select 1100 plant, click on continue. Okay, see here it is showing 7 days. So for another one plant, it is 5 days. This plant, it is 7 days. See, that's why this data is applicable to this plant only. Hope you understood now. Okay, Poonam, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how you extend the material master to other areas, other organizational units. Okay. So now the next one is we will discuss on some of the entry aids in material master. Okay, entry aids in material master. That means when you are working on the material master, SAP has given some options, so that material master maintenance will become very easy. Okay, so those are, first one is the settings, next one is reference material, third one is a profile. Okay, we'll discuss all these things one by one. Next one is collective entry of storage location data. Another one is mass maintenance. Okay, so we will start with first settings. So what is settings? Now let's say, again we'll go to our example. Let's say Dr. Reddy's is the company. You are working in Goa plant. Let's say you are a planner, or let's say you are a purchasing officer. In what you call plant 1100 Goa plant. So you want to see only purchasing view in the material master. You are not bothered about other views. So whenever you are going to the material master, what's happening? If you go to the material master, every time I have to select this purchasing view. Correct? Poonam, am I correct?
Always.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now the next one, when I click on the org levels, if I am working in 1100, every time I have to select from the list 1100, which is very time consuming. So what I want to do is, whenever I go in the material master, I want purchasing view to be selected automatically, and plant 1100 has to come automatically. So how to do that one? So what you have to do, go to display again. Here you see purchasing, select the purchasing view. On the down there is a button, default setting. Are you able to see on the down?
Yes.
So click on that button. So next time onwards, when you go inside, automatically purchasing view will get selected. Now click on org levels. Now here I want 1100 to come automatically. Okay, so select 1100 and click on the button default setting. Next time onwards, that purchasing view will get selected automatically, and the plant also will come automatically. It will get populated automatically. Okay, so continue. Now go back. Now you see what will happen. Next time when I go, what happened?
Automatically pop up the
purchasing view got selected, and if you click on the org levels, what happened? 1100 is coming by default. Correct?
Already there. Yeah.
Already it is coming. So it will save your time basically. These settings will save your time. Default settings. Okay. Now the next one is reference material. So whenever you are creating a material, you can copy the data from the already created material, existing material, which is called reference material. I'll show you that. So let's say I'll create a new material now. Go material. Again I'll create new material MM01. I'll go here. Now I'm creating a new material. I'll copy from the existing material. See, there is a field called copy from. I want to copy the data from this material to the new material. Okay. Now enter.
So for copy, we'll have to put the same code for the plant, like it's a 204 or the previous one, hydrochloric acid.
No. Here we are creating a brand new material, madam. Only the data we are copying from the existing material to save my time. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, I'll show you that. I'll select the views. Okay. Okay, so now if you see, the moment I click on org levels, it is asking in which plant you are creating the data, and from which plant data you want to copy of the reference material. So I want to create the data in 1000 plant, and I want to copy the data of 1000 plant of this material. So enter the copy from. Okay, now you see the moment I click on the button continue, you see what will happen. What's happening? Material code got changed. Correct, Poonam? What is the material code now? 205. Correct? Hello?
205, before that it's a 204.
204. So material code changed, but the data of the previous material copied over here. See, description, unit of measure, material group, all got copied. Okay, so here now I'll create a new material. I'll create a, can you tell me any one acid? Any one acid, madam? Can you tell me any one acid?
Carbohydrate.
Carbohydrates, okay. Let me create sulfuric acid. You know sulfuric
Yeah,
acid, right?
yeah.
Sulfur. What's your PHURIC? Sulfuric acid. Okay. What is your qualification, madam? What's your qualification?
Graduate.
Pardon? Come again.
Graduate.
Graduate. What is it? Graduation. What is it? What you studied? Engineering or what do you call?
BCom.
Economics.
BCom.
BCom. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it's okay, not a problem. So I'm creating a sulfuric acid. Okay, another material. Now all the data got copied from the previous material. Now see how easy it is. Enter all the data. See, all the data got copied. Purchasing group, batch management also activated. So it will become very easy. But wherever you want to change the data, you can change the data, of course. Now in the MRP2 view, let's say this material only supplier can supply in 3 days. So you can override the data wherever you want to change it. Okay, enter, enter. See, all the data got copied. Enter, all the data has come. Enter. Now its price, let's say its price is only 4 euros. Enter the price. Done, 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 done. See how easy it is. All the data got copied from the previous material. So now the new material got created. Are you able to see? This is the material. Okay, so this is called reference material. Okay, now the next one is profiles. So what is this profiles means, let's say in your material master, some of the MRP views have same data. MRP views, material requirement planning views, have same data. So instead of, while creating the material master, instead of entering the data in that views, you can create a profile. You can create a profile with those views. You create a profile with those, for those fields with those values. So when you create this profile, when you assign this profile, when you are creating the material master, all these values will get populated automatically into the material master. That is what called MRP profile. MRP profile. Okay, I'll show you that. First we need to create this MRP profile. I'll show you that how to create a MRP profile. Okay, so what you need to do, go back here. If you see here, there is a folder called profile. So open this folder. You have a MRP profile. Open it. MMD1. This is the transaction. MMD1. Okay, I'll create the profile. PNM. Okay, PNM1. I'm creating a profile. MRP profile. Okay, once you enter the profile code, click on the button selection screen. On the top there is a button selection screen. Okay, you will get this screen. Here you give the name. I'll put it as Poonam underscore profile new. Okay, I'll create this one. Okay, now here if you observe carefully, all the fields from MRP views are getting displayed over here. All the fields from MRP views only. Okay, now here I want to enter the data in some fields. So let's say MRP type, fixed value. Okay, I'll tell you what is the difference between this fixed value and default value. I want MRP controller to come by default. Okay, my what do you call in-house, sorry, I want to come as lot size. Lot size should be default value, a fixed value. Okay, now let's move on. Lot size, then what is that? Just 1 minute. Lot size, scheduling margin key. I want the scheduling margin key by default. Okay, we have MRP type, MRP controller, scheduling margin key, lot size, and a planned planned delivery time. Okay, let's say planned delivery time should be, or let's say Planned delivery time fixed, default value, scheduling margin key, let's say fixed. So here fixed means system will propose the data into the material master which you cannot change. They will be in grayed out mode. Whereas default value means whatever you maintain the default value in the profile, those will get copied, but you can override the data. That's what you can do. So if you see here, now we selected few fields. Now click on the button data screen. Screen 1. Here you see only those fields are selecting. So those fields are viewing, displayed. Okay, now I want MRP type to come as PD. MRP controller to come as 000. Planned delivery time should be 2 days. Okay, scheduling margin key should be 000 and the lot size should be EX. Now if you see here, MRP type, scheduling margin key, lot size, those three are displayed with blue color. Correct, Poonam? Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
So why they are coming with blue color? Why they are coming with blue color? Because we have selected them
Because
as
we
default value.
default, yeah.
Fixed value. Sorry, fixed value. We have selected them
Blue
with fixed value.
blue one we cannot change, but red one we can change, right?
Remaining ones we can change. Remaining ones we can change, which is with default value. So now I entered it. I'll take a screenshot of this. Okay, I'll take a screenshot of this. Okay, I took the screenshot. Now I'm saving this profile. I saved this profile. Now, whenever I'm creating a new material, I can use this profile. So PNM1, right? So let's go back. Now I'll create again new material, MM01. I'll create a new material again, MM01. Okay. So now this time I'm not using any reference material. Just keep it blank. I'm again creating a brand new material. Select views, basic data 1 and 2, MRP 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, general plan data 1, quality management, accounting 1, unit 2, accounting 1, 2, costing 1 and 2. I selected the views, click on the org levels. Okay, now I am creating in plant 1000. Okay, now here if you see, there is a field called MRP profile. So now select from the list MRP profile. So what we created, Poonam underscore profile underscore new, PNM1. So select that profile, double click, it will get copied. Now just click on the button continue. Now see, now the next material number code is 206. Can you tell me any another material, madam? Shall we create what do you call sugar?
Sugar, yeah.
Sugar. I'm creating a new material called sugar. Sugar will be base unit of measure will be normally kg. So I entered kg. Okay. Now material group. I'll select material group from the system. Solvent. Solvent. Others. We have any powders kind of thing? Can I search powder? POWDER powder. No, we don't have powder. Generics ingredients. We don't have. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll select others. As of now. Enter. Okay, now I am on the basic data 1 and 2. Okay, I am on the purchasing view. Okay. Okay, now the moment I enter into MRP views, what's happening? What do you observe? Automatically from the MRP profile, your values have come. See, MRP type has come as PD. Lot size has come as EX. It's already there. Okay, and even MRP controller has come as 000. But if you observe here, MRP type PD is in grayed out mode. You cannot change it. Why? Because we determined this as a fixed value. Lot size also same thing. Okay, so your values will get populated from the MRP profile. Now go to MRP2. If you see, scheduling margin key has also come as by default. Planned delivery time has come as 2. If you want to change it, you can change it. Okay, done. Enter. Of course, remaining views you maintain availability check 02. Enter. Plan data storage 1. Enter. All done. Enter. Accounting view. I enter the valuation class per unit price. Let's say this is 7 euros. Enter. Done. Costing 1 and 2, costing unit 2, done, enter. Now save it. Yes. Okay, we have created one more material. Okay, so we created today 3 raw materials. 3 raw materials we created. Okay, so this is how you will be using the MRP profile. Okay, So that is what called MRP profile. MRP profile. Okay. So now the next one is collective entry of storage location data. This I will show it in another system. This system is having some issue. When I go to that transaction code, it is giving some error. Somebody changed the settings in the system in this one MMSC. Okay. When I go here, it is throwing a error, transactional control error. Somebody changed some backend settings. I'll show you this in the what do you call, in the next class. I'll show you this. Okay. Now the next one is mass maintenance. So what is this mass maintenance? Mass maintenance means, let's say if you take our material, if I take our material, first material, if I go to MRP2 view, okay, plant 1000 default setting. Okay, now if you go here, what is the planned delivery time here? Puno, what is the planned delivery time?
Days.
5 days. 5 days. So first material is having planned delivery time 5 days. That means vendor will take 5 days to deliver this material. Supplier. Okay. Now we'll go to the next material 205. Let's check. Okay. Let me go to the next material. I'll go to display mode. I'll go to next material 205. Enter. MRP2 view default setting. Continue. Plant is 1000. Okay. So what is the planned delivery time here for this material? 3 days. 3 days. Okay. Now next material. What is the planned delivery time? We will check that. 204. Okay. MRP2. Okay. Planned delivery time 5 days. This is also 5 days. Okay. Now later on your organization decided that we have to change all the materials. After a certain time, vendors said that all the materials I can supply in 4 days. All materials I can supply in 4 days. Now normally what you will do, you go to each and every material and you will change it, right? Correct? No.
Change the date of the supply, days of the supply.
So you go to MM02 for each material and you will change it. Let's say here only 3 materials are there. Let's say in my organization I have 1000 materials. So go to each and every material, changing will take a lot of time, correct?
Yes.
Correct. So instead of going to each and every material change the data, what we can do is we can change in mass. We can change in mass maintenance you can do. That is what you can do, mass maintenance. Okay. So this mass maintenance is done through a transaction called MM17. Okay. Don't worry about the transaction flow. Okay. I have a document with step-by-step screenshot. I'll provide you that. Try to understand the concept, what we are doing, why we are doing.
Here we are going to change in the bulk of the data to supply the days, right?
Yes. We're going to change the data in the all
to the mass maintenance.
We are going to change the data in all the material masters at one shot, at one go. Okay. So we are on the screen MM17. Here if you see, there is a row called plant data of material. So my plant delivery time is maintained at plant level, correct? Site level, am I correct?
Yes.
So select that plant data for material. Select that. Now there is another tab called fields. Go to that fields tab. Okay. Just go to that tab. Okay. So you are here. Here, if you observe carefully, what is the field we are trying to change? Plant delivery time. Correct. We are trying to change plant delivery time. So now you have to select that field over here. Okay. So scroll down. You select that field here. Okay. If you are not able to search, it is difficult. What you can do, you can search. You click on this button, find. Okay. You can search by technical name also. Suppose if you have this field, on this, put the cursor on this field. Click on your keyboard. Click on the button F1. When you click on the button F1, system will give you a pop-up box with that field, planned delivery time in days. Here there is another button called technical information. Click on that button.
The way we click for that, the plan one, where we change the data.
No. You have to put the cursor here, madam.
Okay, only cursor.
Cursor. Put the cursor over on the planned delivery time. Just click on the in your keyboard, in your laptop or desktop keyboard, click on F1. When you click on F1, it will open this pop-up box. So now again, click on this button, technical information. So when you click on the technical information, you will get this. So this field data will be stored in this field, PLIFZ. PLIFZ. So select this field name. Select this field name. Now go to your MM17 transaction. Go to your MM17 transaction. Here put that field PLIFZ. Now click on the button continue. So the moment you continue, see, you get the planned delivery time here. Okay, now select the field, select that particular field. Now click on the button again, execute. Okay, once you execute, you will get this one, materials and plant. So for what materials in which plant you want to change, you have to enter here. So what you do, I want to change it for multiple materials, right? These are my materials, correct? These are my materials. I'll put it in Excel file.
Yes. Yes.
Just give me 1 minute. I'll put it in Excel file. Okay, I'll put in Excel file 204, 205, and the another material is 206. 206. Okay, so what you can do, you can enter each material like this one by one. You can enter, just 1 minute, let me close this. Okay, I can maintain, just 1 minute. I can maintain, click on the button here, multiple selection button. I can copy one by one here. I can do that one. I can enter one by one here. Okay, I can enter one by one here. Okay, I can do this, or you can do copy at once also. You can do copy at once. Copy all these three ones. Okay, and then just put the cursor here. Click on Control V. You can copy at once also. Let's say your data is very huge. Let's say you have 1000 material master, 1000 material codes you have to enter. So that time, what you can do, instead of controlling C, Control V, instead of that, what you can do, select this here from the Excel file, copy, and then here there is a button, upload from clipboard. Are you able to see? Upload from clipboard. You can click on this button. The moment you click on that, automatically whatever you selected in the Excel file, all those will get copied over here. Whether it is 10 materials, 100 materials, 1000 materials, all will get copied over here at one shot. At one shot. If you want to show me, I can show you that. Suppose let's say you have 1001. Okay, now 1002 you have. Okay, now let's say I'll copy it to. Okay, let's say I copy it to 122. I'll copy all of them once. Now if you click on this button here, upload from clipboard, what happened? All got copied over here. Are you able to see? Like this you can do. Okay, but anyway, all those materials are not there. I'll delete them at once. Now we will do our data. Now we will do our data. I selected these three. Okay, now just click on the button, upload from clipboard. So those three has come over here. Okay, now just click on the button, copy. Now those got copied here. I want to change in plant 1000. Enter the plant 1000. Enter it. Now just click on the button, execute. Okay, now currently it is showing current values of these three materials, 532. Okay, how come 206 we have come as 5? 206 it is 2, right? In the plant 1000. Yeah, it is 2. Okay, let me check why there is a discrepancy. 206 MRP 2U plant 1000. It is 2 days. It is 2 days, correct. It is not 5 days, it is 2 days. It is 2 days. Okay, so now I'll be changing all these to 4 days at once. So enter your new value here, 4 days. Enter the new value here. Now click on the button, carry out a mass change. Done. It got changed in all these three materials. We are doing it for three materials here. You can do for 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 also you can do at one shot. Now save it. Now the data will get changed in all those three materials. Okay, now let's go and check whether it got changed or not. So let's go back. We'll start with first material 204. Enter MRP 2U. Enter plant is 1000. Enter. See, plant delivery time got changed to 4 days. Previously it was 5. Okay, now let's go and check in the next material 205. enter, enter, enter. See, it got changed to 4 days. Go to the next one, 206, enter, MRP2 view, enter, enter. See, it got changed to 4 days. Like this, it will change to all the materials. That is what called mass maintenance. Mass maintenance of materials masters. Okay. So this is how you will do the mass change. Now the next one we will be discussing is purchasing data in material master record. As I told earlier, purchasing material master data is a centralized master data. It will be used by all the departments. But for for our the only main view important is purchasing view. Purchasing view. So this is the view important for us. If I go to the view purchasing, this is the view very important for us. So whatever the data you are going to maintain in these views you should be thorough with these fields and views, this all the fields. So this we will discuss when we go to the our respective topics. Respective topics like what is order unit, okay, what is purchasing group. Purchasing group, of course, we already discussed. What is purchasing value key, what is GR processing time, okay, what is the source list checkbox, what is this post to inspection stock, all these fields, what is their importance, what data you have to maintain there, if you maintain what data what will happen, all those things we will be discussing when we go to our respective topics. But you should understand that for us the main view important for module perspective, the purchasing view, that is the most important view for us. Remaining views are for other departments, not for us.
Okay, so how many topics right now is pending after this? I mean, this purchasing master data for today.
For today, it will take another 5 minutes, at the max another 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now after this, we will discuss material master change log. So how to see the views, how to see the changes done to a material master. Who has done the change, when they have done, what is the date and time. I want to see all that. So to do that, we have to use this one. Okay, you will be using this one. On the material master, you can go in display mode or change mode. On the top, there is environment field. Environment button is there. Okay, here you go to environment, go to display changes. You go here, you can see the changes over here. First we created it. After that, with mass change, I changed some data. So select that row, go to what you call choose. If you go here, you can see here planned delivery time has been changed. Initially it was 2, old value was 2, it has been changed to 4. Okay, you can see that, and who changed it, from which ID it got changed. QM user. The ID is QM user. My ID is QM user. Okay, and this is the date and time which it got changed. Okay, now if I make another change, it will be showing here. So let us go to the change mode and we'll make some other change. I'll go to the change mode. I'll go to the change mode, enter. Okay, I'll go to purchasing data, purchasing view, plant 1000, enter here. Let's say I'll enter purchasing group as, now I'll enter as, let's say, what do you call, Surya. I'll enter as Surya. So I entered it, save it, yes. Okay, now if you go to the again, if you go to change mode, now if we go to environment, display changes, enter, see, now one more has come here. So select it, go to details. So we changed the purchasing group, old value was blank, new value we entered as 82. Okay, and this is the ID from which it got changed. And this is the date and time at which it got changed. So this is how you can see. From a consultant perspective, this is very important. How to see in the real time, users will be keep on changing the data. Okay, so you can use this option to see who is changing the data, what they changed, what was the old value, what was the new value, when they changed, all those things you can see it here. This is called change log, material master change log. Okay, so this is the one. Now after this, reports. Okay, so I want to see all my materials at one shot, okay, in my organization. Okay, so for that you will be using a report called MM60. So you can see all the materials at plant level, or at with some material type, or at user level. Who created user? At user level. Suppose if I see in the material list, I'll put plant 1000. I want to see all the materials in my plant 1000. Okay, enter the plant 1000. and just click on the button execute. It will display all the materials in plant 1000 as a report. Okay, see, it displayed all the materials in this plant 1000, all with including all material types. Some are finished products. Okay, you will get all the materials here. Okay, all materials. Lot of materials are there. Are you able to see? All these are the materials. Okay, so there must some material types are HIB. Okay, you will get all the materials. See, raw materials, some of the raw materials are there. You will get the list. Now let's say I want to see only raw materials. In the plant 1000, I want to see only raw materials, ROH. Enter the material type. You can select from the list also. From the list also you can select ROH. ROH, raw material. Select it, execute. See, you can get all the raw materials here. Only now it is showing in the plant 1000 only raw materials.
Plant
Okay.
1000 raw material, whatever they keep in their plant, all the material will show under the 1000.
Yes, correct. Okay, so that's one. Now let's say I want to see all the raw materials in my plant 1000 created from my ID. So what is my ID? QM user. Now it will display only raw materials in plant 1000 created from this ID. So now you see when I execute. See, this many are created. Today we created these three: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, sugar. These three are created. The remaining ones are created in other training sessions. Okay, you can see the list. These are the ones. So this is how you can see the material list. It's the most widely used standard report for the materials. Now let's say every time coming here, let's say I want to see the materials in plant 1000 and 1100. Okay, and raw materials from my ID. Now every time coming here, entering this is a very time consuming activity. So for that you can create a variant. So you enter the data. Now click on the button save as variant. On top there is a button save as variant. Click on that. It will ask for a variant. Put Poonam underscore test. Okay, give the variant name. Okay, give the description. Now save it. Done. Okay, now go back. Now I'll log off once. I'll log log in again. Enter the. I'll log in with my ID. Okay, enter. Now I'm going to the transaction again. MM60. Enter. Now here nothing is coming. Now normally what you will do, again you will enter, you click on this button, enter plant 1000 1100, you enter all those things. Now not required. Just there is a button get variant. Are you able to see? There is a button get variant. Click on that. It will show you all the variants created by your ID. Just click on the button execute. See all the variants is there. Here if you see there is a variant called Poonam underscore test. Just double click on it. See those have come automatically. Now you execute the report. Okay, so that is how you can use a variant. It's basically to save your time. Okay, so this is all about the material master configuration. We will be discussing as a separate topic in the end. Okay, we will be discussing in the end. Okay.